Hey guys, my name is Masha and I'm CMO at Codica. Today I want to bring up the marketing strategy question. I want to share with you our useful tips, working methodologies and how we integrate strategy into our operational processes. At the end of this video, I'll share insights on building our company's marketing processes and also talk about the customers' engagement and awareness channels we use. Marketing strategy is your step-by-step guide to understand how to scale your brand. And the most awesome tool to get you more attention for your brand, to get more traffic that I know of, is effective content marketing. Content marketing is the #1 skill you need to develop and master if you want to accelerate your online business or create a new one. It's what I spend most of my time on my workflow during the day because I can outsource almost everything else. To me, it's the most valuable part of my day, the most valuable action and activity I do for my department as a manager. Content marketing helps Codica really grow. It makes a bigger impact, attracts more people and certainly makes more money than whether you have a business or you're just starting, so you have a goal or striving at building a new online business. I think it's important to realize that this is something you could do right now after watching this video, whether you have a business or not. You can start developing and growing your content marketing skills, and content marketing is that skill, that strategy that now only makes sense. Let's take a little step back. What is entire internet made of? Well, my answer that is content. Textuals, images, video, audio, there are really different types of content that makes you whole internet, whether you're looking through your Facebook feed right now, you see your friends post or images they shared about what they did last weekend. You can also see a lot of videos and lives. You scroll through and see all these different links and forms of content posted on socials. So, what is a marketing strategy? Let's see what for Codica team marketing strategy is. It's a plan designed to describe a company's marketing goals. This plan includes a description of market research and choosing the tactics for promotion. You must explore several aspects when creating a marketing plan for your business. These aspects will help you to develop an efficient marketing plan according to your brand's value. Let's discuss these aspects in more detail. So, my must-have sections of good strategy. For me, as for entire Codica team, the strategy is not just a document we do once a year and forget. It's a guide documenting the path we must take over a period of time to meet the company's business goals and consider ourselves effective. And so, first on this list is the most important section is analysis of point A. In taking on new challenges and setting new goals, we must be clear about why we are doing it. This analytics is a great help. If you're growing your site, report to Google Analytics or Search Console and see the growth of your landing pages, the growth of clicks, customers and sales. If you are selling through the social media, use platforms inbuilt analytics. See which content engage your followers more and which formats motivate them to subscribe and follow you. So the second one is market and niche analysis. As a business owner, you must keep your finger on pulse always. Be on the lookout for trends and innovations in your industry. Immediately test them on yourself and integrate them into your workflow. It's important to keep up with situations, new researches, political and legal updates that affect your industry. All these actions make you more flexible, so you do better understand your customer and their values, and you easily anticipate the actions for your competitors. Exploring the target audience. When you do market research, make a profile of your potential customer and their needs. Reveal what, when, and where they buy. These buying patterns allow you to keep your online store marketing strategy relevant. As your customers' behavior changes, you can also adjust your strategy. It is worth stating that the target audience may be wide. In this case, it's essential to segment the audience to understand how you can influence each group. Follow these steps to analyze your buyer persona fully. So, step 1. Hypothesis formation. In this initial step, you make hypotheses about your target audience. Divide consumers into segments based on similar needs, barriers, and values. Determine which type your current or potential customers belong and hypothesize about their needs. To make it clearer, let's look at the example of Codica, the Ukrainian company for developing complex web solutions for your business. In USA and Europe, such companies also exist, but turning them, the customers may face these problems. So first is a lack of experience in developing these types of solutions you need. Our specialization is in online marketplaces and SaaS applications. Now we are also actively moving into mobile applications development. Second is a loose control over the project when you outsource the development. And third, the fear of investing a dysfunctional idea that the market doesn't need right now. So, before an in-depth interview, it's worth thinking about what our buyers' needs might be. If we don't, we interview it, we'll be like wandering in a maze. Step 2. Preparing for an in-depth interview. An in-depth interview is a consumer research method in which you talk to a potential consumer for 1-2 hours and try to understand their needs and values. It's good practice to conduct interview until you get no more new information out of them. Usually 5-10 interviews are sufficient for it. With fewer respondents, the results may be unreliable. Before the interview, you should make a road plan. It includes 3 sets of questions. First one is the general question. They help to understand the consumer's picture of the world. There are questions about lifestyle, goals, and what's important for the consumer. For example, what makes you happy in life? What makes you excited? What upsets you in life? What causes the frustration? Questions about the product category and the product itself. They help to understand how the consumer feels about the category and what is the most or less important for them. You can also find out what associations a person had with a brand in the category. Questions about the usage situation. They help to understand the situations in which the person uses the product and the feelings and emotions they arise during the use. Step 3. Conduct the in-depth interview. To get the most insights from the interview, stick the 5 principles. Ask open-ended questions. Then the interview will start to reason and give more information. Look for a reason. Examine the client's motivates to see the true problem or needs. This is where the 5 whys techniques helps, where you every answer you ask why. Ask for examples from the life. This also helps you to get more information out of the person and to give a completed answer. For example, the person you are talking to says they don't like surprises. In this case, you can ask not only to explain why is it so, but also to give an example from life. Take a neutral stance. Your opinion may influence the responder's answer, thus you will end up with unreliable results. Record everything on a tape recorder or camera. If you make a recording, you can listen to it again in a quiet environment and analyze what the person says. Don't forget to ask the persons if you can record the conversation. After the interview, it is better to translate the recording into the text. This makes it easier to analyze the data. Step 4. Persona framework. After the interview, you will have a lot of data and insights. Persona framework will help you to structure the information and create several images of the potential consumer. The persona method will help the entire team make decisions based on needs of the target audience. Other useful frameworks and examples can be found in a selection of templates for salespeople, projects, marketers, and analysts. When putting together a persona, it's better not to generalize what responders say, but to write out their quotes from interviews. Photo and name. For communication with the team, it will be easier if this image is known as a person with a certain name. Demographics. Information that can be used in a targeting. During the product launch phase, you can only hypothesize what your future consumer is. For an established audience, you need to look and analyze data. Purpose. What is a persona's goal? What does he or she want to achieve? It's unnecessary to explain why the persons want to reach this goal. Motivation. Why does the persona want to reach this goal? What context is the persona in? Answers will help you make a persona's image more vivid. Barriers. What is standing in the persona's way to her goal? What barriers might prevent the consumers from solving a problem with your product? Mindset. What does the persona think about her goal? What does it mean to her to reach her goal, and what signs would she know if she had reached that goal? What values, expectations, attitudes, or past experience of the persona drive the goal? Answers to these questions will provide insights into the persona's world picture. Competitors and benchmarks analysis. Why conduct competitive analysis? To create your unique selling proposition and to set yourself apart from your closest competitors to find out what internet marketing strategy your competitors using, to identify their main source of traffic and determine an approximate marketing budget, to understand in which directions to develop for you to increase market share and increases profits, to learn about the functional features of competitors' sites and their weaknesses, to take these points into account in the development your site. I can definitely make a separate videos about analyzing competitors and benchmarks in your industry. Write in the comments if it would be useful for you. But in short, you should definitely do these things. Step 1. Conduct a market analysis and identify your competitors. Step 2. Analyze their websites and social media of the niche leaders. Step 3. Become a mystery shopper. Stage 4. Study the details of their business strategies. What advertising tools do they use? What positions does their sites have in the result? What pricing strategy are they pursuing? And remember, you must constantly analyze your competitors to make your business stronger and better. Something about goals and KPIs. I believe every marketer and businessman should be an analyst. All your actions should have metrics and goals that can be counted in numbers. I think the main metric for the most online products is retention rate and stickiness. Customer retention is a company's ability to maintain a long-term relationship with the customer. A high retention rate means that your customers are happy to return for new purchases and recommend you to their friends. Retention work begins with the first contact between you and your customer and never ends, at best. How you can measure them depends greatly on a specific and industry you're working with. But your online project needs to become an integral part of your users' lives. And of course, ROI, the return of investment, and ROMI, return of marketing investment, shows the effectiveness of your marketing instruments. For ROMI, you need all of your advertising and marketing spending, and for ROI, you'll take into account all the money you spend on product production and support allowing you for marketing efforts. Here is how you can calculate the before-mentioned metrics. So, and about others. Also, at the end of the presentations of your strategy and the beginning of its implementation, you should definitely think about the cost of its implementation. And don't forget to speak with another departments with the important steps and assign people responsible for these processes. After the strategy presentation, you, as a top manager, should also set the dates for the next meetings where you will pay attention to the strategy and learn the status of the tasks you have set on the most important. So now I want to tell you about our instruments of marketing. Now let's share a few of our insights. What tools do we use to promote our services for developing complex web solutions? First one is a content marketing for a blog section. Right now we are working as a team to develop the blog section of our site. Driving useful content for developers and entrepreneurs is no longer a hobby, but our routine, which yields excellent results. And we have already published articles on building a marketing strategy for online marketplaces and SaaS applications, so you can find it in the description. We actively use the social media. It can connect you to many customers and engage your prospects with the catchy images and entertaining videos. If you have an audience on social media, you can strengthen your position. Improve your frequency of making posts or create short, appearing videos. The contents you make on social media should be helpful and involving. Create more posts on the topics that solve your customers' pain points. Also, it's better to focus on the channels where you get a good response for sellers and buyers. If you want to develop your social media profile, keep your profile pictures and feed appealing and informative to users. For example, you can use short-form videos, which are the most popular format of posts used by 54% of social media makers. Also, pay attention to the right keywords and hashtags. They should reflect the industry you are and be relevant to your target audience interests. Last but not least is email marketing. Even if you own a small marketplace, it's helpful to have a well-thought email marketing strategy. Emails to your potential customers and prospects are a valuable tool to spread the word about your marketplace. When you just started your business, you can tell them about your platform with emails. By the way, technology is on your side. There is an abundance of tools and integrations that help you automate email marketing processes. MailChimp, EmailSmart.io, and Drip, just to name a few of them. With emails, you can offer your prospect discount on promotions or referrals. This will encourage them to share information on your marketplace with their relatives and friends. Also, you can use pop-up boxes that attract user attention and enable them to write their emails. You can offer free services or discounts for the first purchase at your e-commerce store. Email communication should be steady and engaging. Includes news of products and informative content in emails. These informations will prompt people to go to your website. For example, Thrillist selling ice cream offer email subscription with specific topics. A customer can choose between shopping, entertainment, and food and drinks. Also, the marketplace sends a local news depending on your location. There are also a few secrets that I can't share with you yet about our customer acquisition channels, but I was so happy to spend these 10-15 minutes with you and make your path to an efficient marketing strategy a little bit easier.